What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Braven Men podcast. This is Buck Grant, and I have something to say. I walked my dog Ava at the beach today, and normally I'll go to Sandbridge or the ocean front, even though they're further away, but they're nicer beaches. But today I decided to go to Ocean View, which is a closer beach, but not one of the better kept beaches. But to Ava, it doesn't matter. It's water, it's sand. She loves to swim. She loves to be in that environment and doesn't care about anything else around her except for being in the water and being free and running around. I had to get in 30 minutes of cardio, so I decided to go out there with her and run. And there's an interesting thing that occurred. I remember getting out of the water after going for my run, swimming around with my pup and enjoying the environment. But I also remember looking around and seeing bottles on the ground, and the bathroom was in disarray. It was a very chaotic scene for what most people would see as a beach. But as I walked Ava, and I allow her off leash because I have a electronic collar, she runs and she goes into the water, and the water is up to her arms, her legs. And if she's not plowing through the water with just the most excitement that you can imagine, she's swimming. And everyone watching her is just in love and in awe of how in the moment she is. She doesn't care about anything else around her except for being in that water and being with me and being free in those moments. And after having several people come up to me and ask about her health, ask about her age, about how amazing she looks for being a 9-year-old dog, and how free and how much energy she has, and how she swims with this vigor, this passion about life, a voice popped into my head. And voices generally pop into my head when I'm at the beach. When I'm in the water and near the sand, I always have these moments. And the voice came into my head and said, there's something beautiful about today. And initially I took that as I'm looking into my environment and I found things that are already there. And then that validated me saying that today was a beautiful day. But there was another caveat to that. There was another flip in my head that made me believe that it was the other way around. That I had decided today was going to be a beautiful day before there was any information, before there was any evidence to state such. And as a result, I was able to find and scan through the environment and see the things that brought me alive, the things that validated what I felt inside first. No sooner did I say that, a couple of women come up to me and have a discussion about trying to get their dog to swim. Their dog has been scared of water, and I told them about how Ava became bravened by the act of courage over and over again and going into the water. And a homeless guy in the distance had a very pleasant conversation with me about Ava as well. I see an overweight woman sitting in her chair, and she's eating an apple, and my mind immediately went to this woman is trying. She's trying to make her life a little bit better. She's trying to eat a little bit healthier, maybe not in the long term, but at least in this one meal, this one moment, she's trying. There's something about a shift in perspective of saying that I'm going to decide that today is a beautiful day, irregardless of the situations around me, that made today beautiful, rather than waking up in the morning and hoping that the day is going to give me roses. My mind was able to look and find the things in our environment. And this is based in science. The science of the mind, of the reticular activating system of the brain that will focus upon what you are focusing on. We all know this to be true when we see a shiny car that we've always been interested in. For me, it was always Jeeps. And when I love Jeep Wranglers, I look around and all I see is Jeep Wranglers around. It's as if they appeared, but they didn't appear. my mind was focused on the fact that the Jeep Wrangler was the most important thing for me to see in the world, and therefore I saw them. And that is the way the world works. Now, that is not to be naive and to say that things that are negative around us don't exist. It's very easy to be focused on the negative in this world with the rioting and the coronavirus and murder hornets and all sorts of things that are happening. It's very easy to do that, and it's not to be naive of those things. You have to deal with what is in front of you. But there is something beautiful about today, and you can find it. Now, it may not be easy to find, but you can make the choice to set your filter on finding something that is amazing about this day, or you can focus on the negative things that are around. I found myself roped into conversations on Facebook, which I rarely found myself into, where I'm defending a point over and over and over again for days, and my whole focus brought me to this very negative place. And yet one day at the beach, one day seeing my dog teach me a lesson that no matter how ghetto this beach is, it's still a beach, it's still sand, it's still water, it's still beautiful. To watch her was the greatest lesson I could have. And therefore, in my mind, saying there's something beautiful about today held true for my entire day. This has been a beautiful day. And it was beautiful because I made a choice for it to be. This is Buck Grant signing off, and always reminding you to be brave, to be bold, and to always choose courage. Have a great night, everyone.